Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I'm Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY, and you have found me on an 86-degree day here in Syracuse. You will find the air conditioning will go on and off. There's not really anything I can do for that because there's a cold air return that's right next to me. So you'll hear the air conditioning, but it's better than me sweating to death. I've been working on a bunch of things. It's been over a month since I've recorded. I'm completely recovered from my surgery. I've been mowing my lawn this weekend and last weekend. My neighbors very nicely mowed it for 8 weeks while I was laid up with the umbilical hernia surgery I had. That was a quick one-day surgery. My back to work is back to work. I was off for 2 weeks and then I've been on ever since, and no problems driving or anything like that. My hair is a little out of control today. Heat makes the ringlets come out, and I got the hair cut yesterday, so it's just a mop today. So you'll just have to deal. I'm sure that's not going to bother you, though. I've been working on a bunch of stuff. I'm going to show you something that's complete, because there's only one thing that's complete. This is a blanket, probably for charity. That's eye searing. That is the All for One crochet blanket from Bernat. You can use Bernat Pop on it. I used Bernat Pop a lot. I had leftovers from a sweater I had made for my goddaughter. And then I just had a couple other skeins lying around. This is probably about 2.5 skeins. And it's, I'd say it's about maybe 26 inches wide. And maybe about, it's at least over 36 inches long. So it's a kid's size charity type blanket. I made a couple others of these, and I'll probably continue to make them. They look good. They're easy to do. They're simple. I like it. That's about all there is going on. The other thing that I finished, I don't know if you'd really count it finished, but I wove in ends and finished a corner on it, was this blanket that I think the yarn is an AC Moore Fireside, maybe is what it's called. And then I ran out at the very end of it, so I just used a little homespun I had left. Because this will be, again, it's a charity blanket. Somebody at the corner can be a special thing for somebody. It doesn't matter all that much. It's not going to come back to bite me. The other things I've been working on, the big thing is I haven't been working on my Lacy Arches sweater. You might remember this. This is a really old pattern. Looks like this. Premier Yarns. And I was watching another podcast, might be Smells Like Yarn, might be his podcast, and he has a bunch of yarn projects of the month kind of thing where he gets subscriptions. And I want to say that he said it was from Hirschner's, that this was the pattern for June or July, something like that. The yarn in no way looks like this. Large blocks of color like that. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed it, because the yarn looks nothing like that. This is, you do it in pieces. This is a front. I made my fronts wider than the back because I have a large cup size, so I need more fabric, and it was just easier to make it wider. I decreased to a small amount of stitches, but not huge. It's a plain, like pretty straight back, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna sew them together and if I have to gather them. This is what the back looks like. It stripes. This color is called Crocus. And again, this is Premier Yarns, Debbie Norville, and it's called Serenity Garden. It says it's Draylon. Draylon is really an acrylic microfiber. There's about, I want to say about 6 plies in here. It's really, really super soft. And this is the other side that I should be working on. But I kind of got sidetracked with that like I usually do. If you've watched the podcast, I am not a monogamous knitter. And I am not a monogamous crocheter either. Although it's kind of funny because I sort of am. That doesn't make any sense what I just said. Maybe more monogamous with crochet because I feel like those blankets are very easy. They're granny square blankets. It's not very difficult. The other thing I'm working on is a pattern by Patents, however you say it. And this is an old pattern that they did in their bamboo organic cotton. I've made another one of these. It's the leaf top. Looks like that. It's called the leaf top. You can find it on Yarnspiration's website. Get down, cat. Thank you. I do not need a co-host today. Thank you. It's too warm. And I'm kind of at a point, I'm using some yarn that I got on clearance from Hobby Lobby that's called Yarn Bee Dye Works. It was $1.49 a skein, $1.49 for 120 yards of a bulky weight cotton acrylic. It's a 50-50 mix. So I got a whole bunch of skeins of this, but it kind of looks like the blue jeans color. And I can't justify paying $6 a skein for something that I'm only going to wear in the summer, maybe into fall. And I'm sort of at a weird point because I was going to divide for the sleeves and such. It does a really nice lacy pattern at the front. Let's see if we can put something in front of it so you can actually see the lacy pattern. That's what the lacy pattern kind of looks like. You see the leaf there. That's the leaf. I goofed up with one of the directions, so my leaves are not exactly like the pattern. I put an extra row in, I think about here, but whatever. Nobody's gonna really notice. And I'm using a size 10 needle on this, one of the Velocity needles, and I miscounted. I forgot I was making the smaller size. I'm making a 2X, 3X versus a 4X, 5X, which is what I thought I was making. And then when I got to the, you take the number of stitches off, put them on whole yarn, and that'll be like the little cap sleeve kind of a thing. And then you go around, cast on some stitches at the underarms, join, and then knit the rest of the way down. Well, last night I realized I'd goofed that up, so I kind of tossed that in the bag and was like, I'm done with this, thank you. So that was exciting. I think what I'm gonna do now is do a second part of this, because it's easier to upload when there's 2 parts. So I'll see you at the second part.